opening the debate tonight with Srikant Sharma. Srikant Sharma, what is the idea? Idea kya hai of India saying that not only will we not take part in the SAARC summit, but we actually feel that this is not the time to have the SAARC summit in the first place. Bangladesh se support hai. Bhutan is likely to support us, I'm hearing. Afghanistan is supporting us, which means SAARC may well not happen. What is the idea behind this move, and does this isolate Pakistan regionally completely? Srikant Sharma, opening the debate. Aap shuru kare, and after that I'll take everyone forward. Go ahead.
मिस्टर गोस्वामी, आइडिया बड़ा क्लियर है, आइडिया बहुत लाउड है, और आइडिया यह है कि पाकिस्तान को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंच पर एक्सपोज करना। आइडिया यह है कि पाकिस्तान एक आतंकवादी स्टेट है और वो आतंकवादी स्टेट बहुत जल्दी दुनिया के तमाम देश उसको घोषित करें। आइडिया यह है कि आतंकवाद आज दुनिया के ऊपर एक अभिशाप है। इस अभिशाप को समाप्त करने के लिए दुनिया के तमाम देश एक मंच पर आएं और सहमति बनाएं, क्योंकि आतंकवादियों का कोई बैंक नहीं है, आतंकवादियों की कोई हथियारों की फैक्ट्री नहीं है। इनकी फंडिंग बंद हो, इनके हथियार जिनको सप्लाई किए जाते हैं वो उन देशों पर लगाम लगाई जाए। और आइडिया ये क्लियर है कि पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद को एक्सपोर्ट करता है। आइडिया ये क्लियर है कि आतंकवाद का स्वर्ग है पाकिस्तान, जहां उसामा बिन लादेन पाया जाता है। पाकिस्तान के अंदर मुंबई हमलों का मुख्य आरोपी लश्कर तैयबा का चीफ हाफिज सईद आपको सरेआम आज सभाएं करते हुए दिखाई देता है। आइडिया ये कि जैश-ए मोहम्मद, जो एक बहुत बड़ा आतंकवादी संगठन है, जो पठानकोट हमले का मुख्य आरोपी है, इन लोगों को एक्सपोज करना, दुनिया के अंदर पाकिस्तान को अलग थलग करना। आइडिया यह है कि हम शांति चाहते हैं, आइडिया यह है कि हम शांति के साथ समृद्धि चाहते हैं, आइडिया यह है कि हम गरीबी से लड़ना चाहते हैं, गरीबी को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं। कि एक पाकिस्तान मुल्क ऐसा है कि जो आतंकवाद को लगातार बढ़ावा दे रहा है, और उस मुल्क को दुनिया के सामने एक्सपोज करना ये हमारी प्राथमिकता है। उसके सारे ऑप्शंस पर सरकार हमारी गंभीरता से काम कर रही है, और वो हमारा जमीन पर भी होता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है।
Now viewers, with Srikant Sharma's opening statement, Srikant Sharma, बहुत धन्यवाद. Now with Srikant Sharma's opening statement, the debate is open tonight and the debate is divided. And if I can be fundamentally clear tonight, the debate is between those who believe that Pakistan must not just be punished, but punished as much as possible. They are speaking on one side tonight. And on the other side, we have people who I would feel are peaceniks. People who believe that whatever may be, people-to-people contact must continue, piano recitals and ghazal sessions must continue, journalistic seminars must continue, SAARC must continue. Sudheendra Kulkarni, do you support India pulling out of the SAARC, isolating Pakistan diplomatically, along with that, pulling back most favored nation status, squeezing the water that is flowing out of the Indus River system to Pakistan in the way that they feel, they understand that if you want to bleed us, we will be able to put the pincer-like pressure on you back. Sudheendra Kulkarni on the other side tonight. Mr. Kulkarni.
Arnab, if you are calling me a peacenik, I am proud to say that I am a peacenik. I am a peacemaker, and I will continue to be a peacemaker, making my humble contribution for peace between India and Pakistan. But I am a peacenik who condemns Pakistan for exporting terror as state policy. And I am a peacenik who says that Pakistan is in fact hurting itself by promoting terrorism and religious extremism. Now the question is, how do we deal with Pakistan in a manner that brings Pakistan on the right path and at the same time promotes peace between India and Pakistan?
No, there can be no peace in this situation. It's an elusive peace.
Of Kashmir.
No, I don't. What peace? What peace, Mr. Kulkarni? What peace are you talking about? Why do people like you, I'm sorry, Mr. Kulkarni, listen to me. Why do people like you get frightened, get scared, get paranoid when we say today that it is time for hard action and punitive action? Why should the people in India be up in arms, people like you, at the slightest mention of punitive action against Pakistan by the Indian government? This reaction of yours, I find it shocking. Right? You may call yourself a peacenik, but I want to ask you why you're impractical. I'm not calling for open war, or a nuclear strike. I'm speaking about using legitimate pressure tactics on Pakistan to force them to stop protecting and harboring terrorists against India. And we legitimately should apply that pressure. But the problem is all of you, I'm sorry, the people on the other side who call themselves the peaceniks say it's going to hurt the people of Pakistan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did anyone in the governments, a Pakistani government say it's going to hurt the people of India? Did they? Mr.
Arnab,
Kulkarni?
I'm very happy to hear from you that there should be no war between India and Pakistan. I'm very happy.
I said,
now,
one second.
Let
I
there
said,
be a
what
consensus
did I say?
No military solution between India and Pakistan.
Mr. Kulkarni, I said short of a military option, strategies such as sanctions, cutting off trade, diplomatic, cultural ties are routinely resorted. We should do that as well. Why are you up in arms against it? You tell me.
Let us come to non-military. No. You see, I am all for all such actions which will make it clear that Pakistan has a price to pay. But it should not lead to escalation of war.
No, one second. This is scaremongering. This is scaremongering. Srikant Sharma.
Root of the problem.
You are I don't understand this. You are saying don't do anything which will make the situation go bad. Why are you scared? We deal with the consequences. Mr. Kulkarni, we deal with the consequences.
Are you letting me complete my point? No, the consequences, if the consequence is war, then it is absolutely necessary that we stay away from that path.
I'm sorry, you are speaking from a position of weakness. You are speaking from a position of weakness, sir. I'm opening the debate now. Anyone free to come in. You speak from a position of weakness. You don't assume why we are contemplating action against Pakistan.
Speaking for peace is not weakness.
Sir, we have been at the receiving end.
Is strategic wisdom.
1 second. General Bhatia is coming in, please. General Bhatia. Debate is open. Anyone feel free to come in. General Bhatia is next.
I think implications are very clear. We're going to embolden Pakistan. It's been 10 days since Uri and 10 months since Pathankot. It's been 25 years plus since we have a situation where Pakistan has waged a terror war against the country. It is a no war, no peace situation. We would like the no war to continue, but the no peace should be a peaceful situation. And we cannot in perpetuity be the target of terror from Pakistan just because Pakistan thinks that we have no terror threshold, and they will continue to engage us in the sub-conventional domain and talk only in the nuclear domain. And many people like some of us out here will continue to say it will not escalate, it will not escalate. What does it do? It emboldens Pakistan. And please understand, that the next terror attack may be just round the corner. That's not going to happen. No, so we have to get all our resources together and isolate Pakistan in all the domains, in the diplomatic domain, in the economic domain, in the military domain, informational domain, cultural domain, and the political domain. We just can't say, okay, let's not escalate the
Saba is on the other side. What's it? Saba and Jatin Desai responding as well. 1 second. Saba and Jatin Desai. No. You know this brigade. This brigade, Saba, that I call peaceniks.
Before you describe me.
No. This brigade that I call the peaceniks. Simple question to you.
No.
Would you put the interests of the people of Pakistan over the interests of the people of India? And don't tell me we need complete over the lives of the people of India.
Not at all.
The interests of the people of Pakistan.
No,
sorry, Saba, let me complete my point. I'm talking very basics out here. I'm talking about interest versus lives. Pakistani interest versus Indian lives. Water versus blood. You need to choose. Let's not theorize anymore tonight. Yeah.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
So can I answer? Actually, Arnab, I believe that the Indian government of Narendra Modi has struck all the right notes. Even the kind of action we are contemplating at SAARC, I think that is perfect. The problem with everything is, Arnab, this is a serious question. When we are dealing with an insane place that Pakistan is, what are going to be the end? I'm saying try the MFN.
No, what do you mean insane place? So you say, no, your argument is,
let me finish.
ये क्या argument हुई?
No.
ये कैसी argument है?
No.
You are saying Pakistan.
Let me finish before you have defined me. You have defined me as a peacenik.
I haven't. You've defined yourself.
Give me 2 minutes to talk. My point is that the world is grappling. No, the world is grappling with the kind of terrorism that Pakistan has created and manufactured in the entire region. I'm not saying. But what are going to be the ends of everything? Are we going
What
to be
is
able
the
to
end?
contain that?
No,
Sabah. What are you talking about?
Sabah, this position of weakness. No, fundamentally, I believe that your position is one of weakness. There is weakness in the articulation that, you know what, we are dealing with an insane group of people on the other side.
There is no weakness.
No, Sabah, listen, don't interrupt. Your argument is we are dealing with an insane group of, yes, the ISI is insane. The Pakistan government, what the defense minister said tonight, that, you know, this is an attack that India has done on India in Uri is an insane comment. But just because Sushil Pandit, let me get you in, just because we feel that someone on the other side is insane, do we need to be pusillanimous?
What do you want?
No, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. It doesn't add up at all. The question is, we don't want to be generous to Pakistan anymore. We don't want to give them MFN status. Right? Since 1996, when this status has been accorded to Pakistan, we are giving their exports a discount. Do you know that Pakistan sends goods to India, $500 million?
So
1 second, we give them a discount. I said don't give them a discount. Take away MFN status. Do you support that? Do you support removal of most favored nation status? Do you or do you not?
Arnab?
Do you or do you not? Do you or do you not?
Are you asking me or Sushil?
You, I'm asking you. I want you to say.
Go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it. Do you support it?
Come in on this, please.
Me? Sabah, okay. Go ahead and do it. I support it.
Yes, Rajiv.
I support it, Arnab.
Yeah, do you support squeezing the water supply on the Indus River system? Rajiv Desai, do you support squeezing the water supply on the Indus River system or not? Because the time of the peaceniks have to get real at some point.
Are
Rajiv
you
Desai.
asking me?
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
asking you.
me?
I'm asking you.
Are you prepared to listen? Are you prepared to listen?
If you're prepared to answer my question.
Listen to me. First of all, this most you know, the idea is to talk softly and carry a big stick. What seems to be happening is we're talking loudly and carrying no stick at all. Let's look at the most favored nation status. There's $2.3 billion worth of trade between India and Pakistan. 80% of it is exports from India. So and anyway, Pakistan does not give you an MFN status. You revoke that MFN status, you'll be hurting your own exporters. Okay?
I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is ridiculous. It is the most ridiculous thing I've heard. It is the most ridiculous thing I've heard from Rajiv Desai that if you don't give Pakistan most favored nation status, the Indian economy will suffer. That is absolutely out of sync, sir. It is out of reality. I don't believe you said that. Sushil Pandit on the other side. Sushil Pandit, please.
I think there is a problem.
The array of your ignorance is breathtaking.
Mr. Rajiv Desai, we are not sitting here on a bean counter. Mr. Rajiv Desai, this is not about what will be more profitable with Pakistan. It is not about making money out of Pakistan.
What are you talking about?
It is banishing Pakistan.
I'm talking about being realistic. Be realistic. If you want to have an impact,
realistic
be realistic.
is
Don't
you are battling for your survival. That is real.
Options.
It is not about how much you can export and how much you can import. It is not about how much profit you make.
Very little difference.
It is about survival. It is about telling an enemy that we know who you are and what we know what you are up to.
The MFN.
I am listening to you.
It is going to have.
I have heard you over and over again for years.
It won't have any impact. It won't have any impact.
What will not have impact?
Neither will the Indus
I am saying this is not the only issue to beat Pakistan with.
It's governed by an international commission.
MFN is one of the issues.
You can yell and scream and you can...
I am not yelling and screaming, sir. I am pointing out to you a series of steps that can be taken.
Both these options...
You know, today, one second, just a minute, Rajiv Desai, a minute, a factual inaccuracy. One second, Sushil, wait, Rajiv Desai, 1 minute. Rajiv Desai, listen to me. Rajiv Desai, listen to me. Viewers, you know what has happened for years? We have had Congress governments, we've had the Vajpayee government, with all respect to both of them. They've been soft in their approach vis-a-vis Pakistan. I believe that soft approach has cost India more than an arm and a leg. Now listen here, please. 1 second, Rajiv Desai, meri baat suniye. Rajiv Desai, listen to me.
You're just You're just yelling loudly when you have no stick. You are not carrying a stick.
If you're going to be quiet, I'll tell you something.
Neither is the Indus Water Treaty.
If you're going to be quiet, आप चुप रहेंगे 2 मिनट तो मैं आपको कुछ कहूँगा.
Rajiv Desai is a stick in the mud right now.
All right, we are going back to the debate. We are going with Sudheendra Kulkarni. Jatin Desai has not come into the debate yet. Sushat Sareen is yet to come to the debate. 1 second. Bharat Karnad is yet to come to the debate. I just want to make a point. I've never heard someone speak such undiluted rubbish as Rajiv Desai says when he says that the most favored nation revocation will impact India. Now, Rajiv Desai, for your kind information, in the event, now listen to me, I will educate you. I will educate you now. I will educate you now, Rajiv Desai. I will educate you now, sir. In the event that India decides to revoke the most favored nation status from Pakistan.
You can't agitate me. I refuse to get agitated.
Not agitate, educate. Educate. Not agitate, educate.
It will not make an impact.
Well, I will try to educate. If you don't choose not to get educated, that is your personal choice and your liberty. But please let me make an attempt at least. Rajiv Desai, you have your numbers wrong. In the event India decides to revoke the MFN status from Pakistan, it has next to no impact on our economy, given that bilateral trade between India and Pakistan makes for only 0.4% of our total goods trade. But when this same moves enables us to apply higher tariffs on Pakistan and affect Pakistani exports to India, we should hit where it hurts the most. So get your economics right. Your politics is wrong, your internal security is wrong, your economics is wrong. And I want to know tonight why these peaceniks want to create this kind of hyperbolic situation where they want us to believe that if we don't trade, if we don't give MFN status, Sushil Pandit and Bharat Karnad, Sushil Pandit, tell me. Sushil Pandit and Bharat Karnad only on the screen, please.
You need
tell
to
me.
tone down the volume of Dr. Desai.
Sushil Pandit, please. Sushil Pandit, Sushat Sareen on the left-hand side, please. And may I please make a point? Sushat Sareen, why are we creating this kind of an atmosphere? I know the peaceniks are nervous. And I can understand why the peaceniks are nervous, because they believe that the peacenik industry is on a vertical slide. But even if the peacenik industry is on a vertical slide, even as the cottage industry of peace, the cocktail parties are going to go away, should they not accept the reality? Why have they been creating these situations? Oh, you cut off MFN status to Pakistan, they will attack us. You squeeze the water supply, they will attack us. Why do they create these paranoid situations? Sushat Sareen?
Arnab, the problem really is that both war and peace actually is fought in the mind, and after that it's fought on the battlefield. And the problem with most of these guys who mouth these kind of inanities is that they've already lost that war, both in their mind, and because they've lost the war, they've also lost the peace. So they want the kind of peace of a graveyard which Mr. Sudheendra Kulkarni and others of his ilk keep talking about, but they don't want a genuine peace. And my question to these people is that please educate us that what good has come from all the good gestures that India has done with Pakistan, whether it be on the trade front, whether it be on, and India's proposal was actually, or India's delusion, if you will, was that perhaps trade will create vested interest. But we don't understand the Pakistani mind. The Pakistanis say that India is basically a Banya country. Now the Banya wants to sell his good to us, so the Banya will come on his all fours and beg us to buy his good, little realizing that Pakistan is itself a basket case. And the figures which you have given of 0.4% of India's total foreign trade, if you add the invisible trade to it, it's even less. So Pakistan is actually a very marginal country as far as we are concerned. And yet the Pakistanis think that because we will be selling them something, we will go on all fours and actually do Ji Hazuri to them. That is the mindset. Now you have to, unless you are going to break that mindset, unless you are going to force some kind of a compellence on those guys, they're never going to wake up.
Okay, Bharat Karnad.
The second thing is, all the gestures we have done, what good it has brought us over the last whatever,
nothing, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Since
nothing at all
has been imposed upon us.
Nothing at all.
Explain to me one good thing which has come out of this.
Nothing at all. But there is a group that has benefited.
That is precisely the point.
There is a group that has benefited, and my question to Bharat Karnad is this. Bharat Karnad, you watch strategic affairs, India-Pakistan relationships for a very long time. Now, why are people, some sections, getting so worried when we are saying we are going to be tough with Pakistan? Exceptionally tough if required. as tough and as any self-respecting nation will be or should be when it is perennially the subject of terrorism. Why are people getting so frightened that we are going to change our direction of our policy vis-a-vis Pakistan?
No, I think the thing that needs to be acknowledged is that the talk about MFN, the Indus Water Treaty and so on is in lieu of retaliatory action, in the absence of immediate retaliatory action. So these are again secondary kind of consequences we want to impose on Pakistan rather than the primary consequence, which is really a military retaliation. Because we are unable to do so, and there are various reasons for it, we are now caught in the debate about what are the kind of schemes that will hurt Pakistan. True, if we get rid of if we sort of resile from our MFN understanding, it really will not hurt either country very much. Of course, it will hurt Pakistan more, but it will not hurt us very much at all. Again, on the Indus water that we perhaps will come to, it's not a question of abrogating the treaty. It's a question of India, in fact, using the provisions in the treaty to maximize advantages that are ordained for India. By that I mean the fact is on the Chenab, the three,
this part is understood, Dr. Karnad. No, Dr. Karnad, this part is understood, and I understand that all rational people agree with the perspective that you're putting out. But my question to you, sir, is why are some people spreading paranoia that the moment you take any action against Pakistan, these people want to take out candlelight marches there? Don't hurt the people of Pakistan. Yesterday, Saba came on the program and she said, we are the land of Gandhi. Let us not take this kind of action in the context of the Indus Water Treaty. ये क्या हो रहा है? ये क्या हो रहा है, Sushant Sareen? Yes, Sushant.
No, if you can I?
Sushant Sareen, ये क्या है?
Arnab, can I just say one thing?
You're talking about me, so let me reply.
I'm talking about you, but Sushant wanted to comment, and then I'll go to Srikant Sharma.
No, let me. No, you mentioned me, so let me reply, Arnab. I was responding to the tone of your panelists.
Let me.
About creating drought. I was responding to the tone of your panelists.
No.
About creating drought.
Yeah.
And I'm making a point. No, that is what your panelists were saying. Create drought, flood the place, we will do this. Whatever action.
Srikant Sharma.
When I've said that, and I support what is happening with.
I said, I want Srikant Sharma to respond to that. I want Srikant Sharma to respond to that. But I just want to ask you, Saba, how many petitions and open letters did your group, and I'm calling you your group, don't take it otherwise, what I call peaceniks. How many petitions and open letters did peaceniks sign when Kashmir was able to harness only 10% of its hydroelectric power potential as a result of this treaty? The moment there is talk of Pakistani suffering, जब भी ये बात हो जाए कि पाकिस्तान के लोगों को थोड़ी तकलीफ होगी, ये बात ही नहीं निकली मगर इधर लॉबिंग शुरू हो जाती है. No, that's why I want to ask you, Srikant Sharma, Saba on this one.
Arnab, before Srikant Sharma comes, I just want to say something. One of the biggest fictions which has been peddled in India is this nonsense of the Pakistani people being different from the Pakistani state or the Pakistani deep state. Let me tell you something. There is no empirical evidence to suggest this is so. There might be about 200 people who might think rationally. Otherwise, there is no empirical evidence to suggest this is so. Number two, most of the people of Pakistan have a similar attitude as the deep state and the state of Pakistan vis-a-vis India. So why are we deluding ourselves? Let me tell you a third thing. This fellow, this guzzle finger Ghulam Ali, and I have already put it on the social media, his interaction with a former diplomat, a former high commissioner to Pakistan, when they were in the same flight, the kind of abuse he heaped on India, and yet we have people like Mamta Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal host this fellow out here. So we have been suckers for punishment from Pakistan under this delusion that the people of Pakistan are very nice, the state state of Pakistan is very bad. This dichotomy does not exist.
Can I take it one step further?
Let us be clear about that. And let us not delude ourselves.
The Prime Minister has also said that.
No, I'm sorry. Don't say that.
The Prime Minister of India must be deluded. In that case,
Srikant Sharma,
what are you talking about?
Srikant Sharma and Sudheendra Kulkarni also on the debate. Please, 1 second. Please listen to me. 1 second. Sushat Sareen. Sushat and Saba, this question goes to all. My clear view on this subject is, if I may come in, Sushant.
There are people who come to that dialogue.
Sushant, मेरा सवाल ये है. एक मिनट. My question. Sushant, my question is this. You know, every time, look at how much the people of India have suffered. Sudheendra Kulkarni, before talking about how much the people of India have suffered, everybody will be out there, whether it's Saba or Sudheendra or anyone, or for that matter, Jatin Desai, innocent Indian lives are being lost. But the moment there is talk of Pakistani suffering, and I want to start with Sudheendra Kulkarni and Srikant Sharma on this part of the debate. Why are you so worried about Pakistani suffering, Sudheendra Kulkarni? Let them suffer a bit. Let them suffer a bit, because we've suffered a lot. I'm sorry, Saba. I'm sorry, I'm not a peacenik. But I say let the people of Pakistan suffer a bit, because the people of India have suffered a lot. I'm sorry. It's as clear as that. As clear as that.
Arnab, you don't have to be apologetic about it.
I'm absolutely clear about it.
Profiling.
I'm absolutely clear about it. I am not here.
Have to be sorry
For me, the interest of the people of India comes before the interest of the people of Pakistan. And I say today that those people who say that we are neutral between India and Pakistan should reconsider their position. Srikant Sharma, please. Srikant Sharma and Sudheendra Kulkarni in this part of the debate. Srikant Sharma. Srikant Sharma.
मिस्टर गोस्वामी, हम आतंकवाद से लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं और अकेले जम्मू कश्मीर में आतंकवाद से लड़ते लड़ते हमारे 24,000 से ज़्यादा सैनिक शहीद हुए हैं, क्योंकि ये लड़ाई बहुत लंबे समय से लड़ रहे हैं। लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली क्या होता है अर्नब, हमारे मुल्क के अंदर जब किसी आतंकवादी को फांसी दी जाती है तो उसी पर सवाल खड़े किए जाते हैं, उसको लोग शहीद घोषित करते हैं। जब मुंबई हमले के आरोपी को फांसी की सजा दी जाती है तो हमारे यहाँ के कुछ लोग अदालत का दरवाजा खटखटाते हैं और कुछ लोग तो आतंकवादियों की मौत पर पूरी रात रोते हैं। हमारे देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने सबको अपील की है, अपोजिशन पार्टियों को भी अपील की है, और मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से जो देश के हमारे बुद्धिजीवी हैं जिनका पाकिस्तान के लेकर बहुत दिल धड़कता है, ऐसे लोगों को भी हम अपील करना चाहते हैं कि आज जरूरत है कि दुनिया को हम एक आवाज में अपनी बात को पहुंचाने की कोशिश करें। आज हम सब यूनाइटेड होने चाहिए, हम सब यूनाइटेड हैं, क्योंकि आतंकवाद की हम अब लड़ाई ज्यादा दिन तक नहीं लड़ सकते, क्योंकि उरी एक सिर्फ पड़ाव है, परिणाम नहीं है। हमें आगे तक जाना है और उस पर फतेह हासिल करनी है, आतंकवाद को समूल नष्ट करना है। उसके लिए मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं कि आज हम दुनिया को यह बताएं कि हम एक हैं, हम इंडियंस की एक आवाज है, हमको दूसरी आवाज में नहीं बोलना है, क्योंकि हमारी प्राथमिकताएं, मेरी प्राथमिकता पहले मेरा मुल्क है, उसके बाद मैं क्या काम करता हूं, मैं पत्रकार हूं, मैं पॉलिटिशियन हूं, मैं साहित्यकार हूं, मैं कुछ भी हूं, लेकिन मेरी प्राथमिकता इंडियन है। मुझे लगता है कि अर्नब, आप जैसे बुद्धिजीवियों ने, आप जैसे पत्रकारों ने एक बड़ा कैंपेन इस देश में चलाया है और उसका कैंपेन का असर पिछले 2-3 दिन से मैं देख रहा हूं कि जो लोग लगातार आतंकवादियों का समर्थन कर रहे थे, आज वो एकदम कहीं ना कहीं एक नेशनलिस्ट लाइन पर आ रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है कि आपका ये जो इनिशिएटिव है, ये एक ना एक दिन रंग लाएगा और आने वाले समय में जो लोग कहीं ना कहीं भटक गए थे वो भी कहीं ना कहीं आज एक आवाज में बोलेंगे।
श्रीकांत शर्मा हमारे साथ जतिन देसाई हैं,
को अलग थलग किया
हमारे साथ जतिन देसाई, सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी से भी मैं जानना चाहूंगा वो कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे, मगर जतिन देसाई हमारे प्रोग्राम पर, ही इज General Secretary of the Pakistan India People's Forum for Peace and Democracy. He is very worried at what the government is doing.
One thing,
Jatin Desai.
Varmaji has said, I totally agree that we need to have one voice over against terrorists. There is no doubt about that. But the issue is, what kind of one voice?
What kind of one voice?
That's the fundamental issue. Like, for example, if we say since Uri incident, the policy of Modi government, from the very first day we can see it's absolutely confused. On the very first day, absolutely confused. On the very first day,
I'm sorry.
I will explain how it's confused. On the very first day,
I'm sorry, sir, please.
On the very first day, there was a talk that we should have surgical सर्जिकल
नहीं, आप ये बताइए कि आप इंडियन गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी को कह रहे हैं कि कंफ्यूज है।
वर्मा जी, वन थिंग,
हमने यूएन के अंदर 193 कंट्रीज हैं, वहां पाकिस्तान को एक्सपोज किया। आप कहते हैं कि हमारी पॉलिसी फेल है।
इंटरफियर व्हेन यू स्पोक, आई नेवर इंटरफियर व्हेन अदर्स स्पोक।
आप गलत बोल रहे हैं सर।
बी डिसेंट।
नहीं, आप चाहते हैं कि अब तक जो नेहरू की जो पॉलिसी थी उसको आगे बढ़ाया जाए।
आफ्टरवर्ड यू कैन से, बट
आप नहीं चाहते कि बलूचिस्तान के अंदर पाकिस्तान जो कर रहा है वो दुनिया के सामने नहीं लाया जाना चाहिए। पाकिस्तान क्या कर रहा है बलूच के अंदर? पाकिस्तान वहां बलूच के अंदर क्या कर रहा है? वहां सरेआम वो वहां फौज का यूज कर रहा है, एयरफोर्स को यूज कर रहा है, यूथ के लोगों को वहां मारा जा रहा है।
वर्मा जी, जस्ट
आप इस पॉलिसी को कह रहे हैं कि हमारी पॉलिसी फेल है।
What I am saying is how confused this government is. My point is this, and I am giving you incident.
सर, कंफ्यूज गवर्नमेंट नहीं है, कंफ्यूज आप जैसे लोग हैं।
First be patient.
और आप जैसे लोग कंफ्यूज करने की बाकी लोगों को कोशिश ना करें।
Listen to others also.
कंट्री को कंफ्यूज मत करिए।
Listen to others.
कंट्री बड़ी क्लियर है।
Why you are scared? You are scared that people will know reality.
We are not scared.
You are scared. You want people to remain confused.
ये है कि आप लोग कंफ्यूज हैं।
That's the reality.
नहीं, आप लोग क्या सुपारी लेकर बैठे हैं?
Let us be very clear. What I am trying to
पाकिस्तान
say,
के साथ आपका क्या इंटरेस्ट है?
Just I need your protection, Arnab. I need to say something. That's from the very first day we see there was a talk of surgical attack, then covert attack. Then we see it was a withdrawn. Then there was a talk of diplomatic isolation.
Do you support? Let me ask you. Do you support the removal of the most favored nation status
Absolutely
to Pakistan?
Not, absolutely not.
You don't.
I don't.
Then why? Why don't you? No. Do you? No. Watch it. So you believe? No, 1 minute. So you believe that we should give Pakistani exports discounts so they can keep making money in India?
What I'm saying.
You want the most favored nation? No. You answer my question. Do you? Sudheendra Kulkarni. Sorry, I'll come back to Sudheendra Kulkarni. Sudheendra Kulkarni, do you support the removal of the most favored nation clause vis-a-vis Pakistan from India? Do you support it or don't support it? What? Let me hear him. Let me hear him.
I don't.
You don't. You don't. You don't. You want us basically, Sudheendra Kulkarni, this is great. So we'll have the debate.
And you must give me some time.
Sudheendra
Please ask
Kulkarni.
one more question.
No.
Arnab, you must ask, should we invest in building a fence between India and Pakistan border?
1 second, I'm hearing. I can't hear two people together.
Coming.
Right now, please, I'm only hearing Sudheendra Kulkarni.
No.
Please, 1 second.
No.
Sudheendra Kulkarni. Yeah. Sudheendra Kulkarni, you want us to keep giving Pakistan the most favored
Prime
nation
Minister
state.
Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I have said that I am against revoking the most favored nation status.
Why?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a very welcome statement.
1 hour ago,
that we should
1 hour
make
ago,
the people of
1 hour ago,
Pakistan
1 hour
speak
ago,
out against-
there is a grenade attack in Srinagar.
You speak. Why are you
1 hour
asking me,
ago,
Arnab?
so 1 hour ago, there's a grenade attack in Srinagar.
Continue. I am not in the debate.
Mr. Kulkarni,
if you want
listen
me in
to
the debate,
Mr. Kulkarni.
see, you are one of the worst anchors I have seen,
Mr.
Arnab.
Kulkarni-
You don't allow us to speak.
Mr. Kulkarni.
Why have you called me?
Mr. Kulkarni.
Why have you called me for this debate?
1 hour back.
If you respect panelists, you must give them time
Mr.
to explain
Kulkarni, listen
themselves.
to me. 1 hour back, there was a grenade attack in Srinagar, and you are
What
saying
kind
on the
of
program.
anchor are you?
Mr. Kulkarni, stop shouting at me. Answer my question. 1 hour back,
I condemn every act of Pakistani terrorism on India.
but you want us to give
I'm
them
an
most
Indian
favored nation
patriot.
status.
But you please be a good anchor.
Don't teach me journalism, Mr. Kulkarni. I
You
don't have to
don't
learn
respect
journalism from
panelists.
you. Now listen to me.
Who don't
You
believe-
want
no,
us to
don't-
give most
who don't
favored
say
nation
yes to
status. You want us to give most favored nation status to Pakistan. Explain why. Don't do rhetoric here on the program.
And I'll explain why. I'll explain why. I will explain why
Yes.
if you give me time.
Yes, without wagging your finger, sir. Thank you.
You know, we should create a strong constituency for peace with India, and trade. Increasing trade is one of them.
Oh, God.
Do you know the amount of trade between China and Japan?
Incredible.
They are
Viewers, listen to
adversaries.
this.
$350 billion is a bilateral trade between China and Japan. And that interdependence has made it clear that they can manage their relationships in a way that does not escalate into a war. Now we should create similar interdependence between India and Pakistan.
Just 1 minute.
The interests of Indians and interests of Pakistanis are convergent.
Okay. Okay, listen.
I don't agree with you that we should make the people of Pakistan
Listen,
suffer.
1 second. Can
we
I
should
not
make
please?
the state of Pakistan
One
suffer.
second. Please,
we
one
should
second.
hurt the state
Now
of
listen to
Pakistan,
me.
not the people of Pakistan.
Now listen
who
to
are
me,
our
sir.
brothers and sisters.
Sir, listen to me. Sudheendra Kulkarni, remember one thing. And I will say something to you now. Don't wag your finger. And listen to me. Now listen to me, sir. The fact is, if you believe today,
Then you also should listen to me.
if you believe today that the consensus that you people brought, that India should be a subservient, obsequious, pusillanimous country, will continue, and that nobody will question it on fact, then remember very clearly, do not display the intellectual arrogance to believe that that view will go unrebutted, because the people of India will rebut that view, sir, and you should be ready to come down from your high horse on the situation. That ivory tower approach of yours is over. The people of India have spoken, and I'm getting responses tonight. Sudheendra Kulkarni first. One second, Sudheendra Kulkarni. Srikant Sharma is responding to you. Srikant Sharma, Sudheendra Kulkarni की आपने बात सुनी, कहते हैं ट्रेड और बढ़ेगा तो फिर पाकिस्तान बदलेगा, रिश्ते सुधरेंगे और इस गवर्नमेंट की सरकार का रवैया जो है गलत है. श्रीकांत शर्मा प्लीज. सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी, श्रीकांत शर्मा प्लीज.
मिस्टर गोस्वामी, ये जो कुलकर्णी साहब बोल रहे हैं, हमने ईद की भी पाकिस्तान को बधाई दी, हमने क्रिकेट की भी पाकिस्तान को बधाई दी, और पाकिस्तान ने हमको क्या दिया? पाकिस्तान ने हमको उरी दिया, पाकिस्तान ने हमको पठानकोट दिया. मिस्टर कुलकर्णी, आप कहां हम भी चाहते हैं, सब कुछ चाहते हैं, लेकिन किसके साथ आप बात कर रहे हैं? जो कभी आपकी बात को समझने की कोशिश ही नहीं कर रहा है. वो लगातार यहां पर क्या एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है? वो आतंकवाद एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है. उसका ध्येय आतंकवाद को एक्सपोर्ट करना है. वहां पर 4000 के अंदर, 5000 के अंदर वो फिदाइन खरीदता है और यहां भारत में भेजता है. हमारी फौज पर हमले कराता है, क्योंकि वो सीधी लड़ाई लड़ नहीं सकता. सीधी लड़ाई 3 बार पाकिस्तान हार चुका है, इसलिए प्रॉक्सी वॉर हमारे साथ लड़ रहा है. और ऐसे मुल्क के साथ आप कह रहे हैं कि भारत सरकार जो फैसले अभी लिए नहीं है, सिर्फ लेने की तैयारी चल रही है. मीडिया की रिपोर्ट्स के अनुसार उससे पहले ही आप पाकिस्तान की वकालत कर रहे हैं. आपको लगता है कि
सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी
को इतनी सोच नहीं है, समझ नहीं है?
Stop advocating Pakistan. That's your response now, sir. Mr. Kulkarni, respond to him now. Respond to him now, Sudheendra Kulkarni. The debate is open.
भारत की वकालत कर रहा हूं, मैं भारत की वकालत कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि जब ट्रेड बढ़ेगा.
तो भारत की वकालत कर रहे हैं सर, तो आप गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के बारे, इंडिया के फैसले के साथ खड़े हो जाइए.
पाकिस्तान, we must hurt the. I am saying that we should increase the interdependence between Indian people and the Pakistani people.
No, sorry.
And wage a common battle war against terrorism, which is possible. And that is the only way we can put an end to the problems
I'd make
Pakistan. That's the only.
I'd make one more suggestion to you, Sudheendra Kulkarni. Sudheendra Kulkarni, if I understand what you are saying, I may make one more suggestion. Please don't take it otherwise. Maybe you also want us to, launch a rocket, India-Pakistan peace rocket, and put it up there, so that the symbolism of a rocket going up with India and Pakistan emblazoned on it will improve the relationship between India and Pakistan. Maybe you also want us to put up a gas balloon saying India-Pakistan peace, and fly some doves. And fly some doves all around the gas balloon so that the relationship improves.
And I welcome it.
Mr. Kulkarni, be serious. Mr. Kulkarni, remember, Mr. Kulkarni, be serious. What are you talking about? At the end of the day, if people like you have your way, if people like you, Mr. Kulkarni, have your way, then India will have absolutely no way to counter Pakistan for its actions. We will be at square one all along. We will be a mute spectator to Pakistan's brazen sponsorship of a proxy war against India. I pit your opinion against mine and let the people of this country judge who's got it wrong. Sushat Sareen also wanted to respond to the rather idyllic circumstances presented by Sudheendra Kulkarni. Sushat Sareen, please. Sushat Sareen to Sudheendra Kulkarni. Debate is open tonight. Sushat Sareen.
Arnab, first I want to respond to what Mr. Srikant Sharma said. Now, all the initiatives that the Prime Minister took, and because of the Pakistani perfidy, which people like us knew is ingrained in their character, things turned awry for him. But the point is, he has flipped that whole thing around, and he is trying to use it to his advantage. But where India made a major psychological blunder against Pakistan was that when Mr. Modi came into office, the Pakistanis were really scared because they didn't know what kind of a guy he is, and they thought that this fellow this time around is going to be deadly serious. So they were really scared of him. By his outreach to Pakistan, I think the impression which the Pakistanis took was that he is in the same mold as Mr. Vajpayee. Unfortunately, of course, Mr. Vajpayee was being advised with people like
Srikant Sharma responding.
So he had no Pakistan
Srikant
policy.
Sharma is responding.
But I think that psychological edge was lost at that point.
Srikant Sharma responding.
We now might be able to regain it. But as far as Sudheendra Kulkarni is concerned, it is utter nonsense what he is talking about. It flies against all logics of economics. It flies against all history, because history tells us, and there are innumerable examples, that just merely having trade relations or economic relations is not enough to ward off war. And we don't know how the China-Japan equation is going to play out. And in the India-Pakistan context, we were doing about $2.5 billion of trade today. Even if all trade was opened out, which the Pakistanis never wanted to open out. Now, Mr. Kulkarni, his heart is flowing for the Pakistani people.
Yeah.
But they reject him. Nevertheless, the Pakistanis didn't want trade to open out anyways. But even if it had opened out, even if it had gone up by threefold to about $7.5–10 billion, it would have still been under 1% of India's
One second, Arnab, keep the argument short. Sushant, stop. Sushant, stop. Sushant, stop.
So what is he talking about?
Two responses coming in there. I know Srikant Sharma wants to respond. Srikant Sharma ji 2 मिनट रुकिए. उसके पहले सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी से response चाहूंगा. बहुत लोगों से response आ रही है. Many people are furious with what you're saying. Now, please understand this, sir. The consequences of what you're doing, most people want to ask, and I would ask you that question. I wish, Mr. Kulkarni, that your heart beat as fast first for the people of India, and then for the people of Pakistan. Point number one. Second point, remember, Mr. Kulkarni, please get real. I request you. Pakistan will continue to do what it does, knowing fully well that there is a brigade in India, and don't feel bad about this, Saba, that there is a brigade in India that will speak up for it each time the government of India begins to take strong economic and diplomatic action.
Nuisance value. What other value?
We will never be able to put. We will never be able to put. We will never be able to put any pressure on Pakistan if people like you prevent it from taking harsh measures short of a military action.
All the time Sushat Sareen is going on and on. You know, what is this?
Arnab, one small point.
He's going on and on. He knows better than all the prime ministers. He knows better than all the prime ministers. You have one.
Well, I do, because the prime ministers don't study Pakistan. I do.
He knows better than Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He is going on and on. Now, let me also tell you, there are a few people who are irrelevant till they can come to TV studios and do war talk. So that is also one brigade. You want to talk about brigade?
I think Saba, you don't understand the issue in detail. Saba, listen. Saba, you don't understand. This is not war talk.
You are trying to profile me.
Saba, listen to me. Saba, listen. I want to know from Sudheendra Kulkarni and you. I want to know from Sudheendra Kulkarni and you. There's no reason to get worried or upset. I want to know from Sudheendra Kulkarni and you that first of all, one second. Saba, listen. Let General Bhatia also come in. Saba.
I have an issue, Arnab.
I think we need to.
Arnab, I have an issue on the interdependence issue.
No, one second. Sushil Pandit, let me decide, please. Let me decide, please. Simple question is this. I want to consider the fact. I want General Bhatia to come in and Sudheendra Kulkarni to come in, and Jatin Desai can come in after that. See, please understand the point. Please understand. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Please understand, Sudheendra Kulkarni. You are so fundamentally wrong. Because if somebody says, should we have a military action against Pakistan? No. That's warmongering. Should we consider military options vis-a-vis Pakistan? Absolutely not. We'll all be nuclear incinerated. Right? Should we exercise tough action against Pakistan? Absolutely not. The poor people of Pakistan will be hurt. Do we remove the most favored nation status, Sudheendra Kulkarni, we ask you, vis-a-vis Pakistan? Absolutely not. Poor people in Pakistan will get hurt. Should we reduce the amount of water that has been going to Pakistan? No, the poor people of Pakistan will be hurt again. So, answer to each question, the argument is the poor people of Pakistan. Now, Sudheendra Kulkarni, that is the silliest argument one can put, because going by that argument, India will never be able to put any pressure on Pakistan if people like you stop India from taking harsh measures short of a military action. You won't allow military action, you won't allow short of military action, you won't allow MFN, you won't allow anything but the sale of candlelights between India and Pakistan. Now, Mr. Kulkarni, we must be real. We have to deal with the situation. Right? What do you propose?
I have a question.
What do you propose? Seminars?
Arnab, I have
seminars will solve the research. No, what's it? General Bhatia.
Yeah.
Will seminars help the situation between India and Pakistan? Saba? We have some more seminars? Some more 5-star hotel, get-togethers?
No.
You know?
No.
Anyway, General Bhatia want to come.
We're going to get to the...
I've gone there for reporting.
What is the core issue?
General Bhatia, you know what I'm talking
about. It is Pakistan which has raised a low-cost, high-effect war on India over the years. That is the core issue. How do you deter or stop Pakistan from doing this in perpetuity? Now, we can be very good out here and think of the Pakistani people, think of good trade, good relations, but that doesn't work out this way. Has it deterred Pakistan from waging a war against us? It has not. We have been perpetually been subjected to this terror war. And let me also assure you, talk of economics, talk of interdependence. You know what is the cost of Pathankot in terms of economic terms? It is 48,000 crores. Let me spell it out now. 8,000 crores to the Air Force for security.
So Sudheendra Kulkarni, going back to the subject. Sudheendra Kulkarni, Sushil Pandit, Sudheendra Kulkarni.
Yes.
No, watch it. Going back to the question. Going back to the question.
I have a small question.
Question to Sudheendra Kulkarni from Sushil Pandit, please. Go on, Sushil Pandit.
Yes.
Can I take 30 seconds more?
No, sir.
Sudheendra
Sushil Pandit.
Kulkarni, you have been peddling a theory of interdependence will bring us peace. Forget India for a moment. Look at Pakistan's dependence on America. It feeds out of America. It secures itself out of America. It gets billions of dollars out of America. America runs Pakistani economy. And what does Pakistan do to America? It harbors Osama bin Laden. It goes and targets its army in Afghanistan.
No. Jatin Desai wants to come in also.
Really not America, now really it's a China. Sushil Pandit.
I am sorry.
It's a China. That's a...
Pakistan is not yet dependent on China as much as it is dependent on America for the last 4 decades.
The past.
I am talking about the past, and what has Pakistan done in the past to America? Pakistan's economy was run by America.
So Sudheendra
Pakistan's military hardware is from America.
Okay.
What has it done to America? Stabbed it in the back?
Okay.
Targeted its soldiers? And you think that interdependence with India will earn us some gratitude of Pakistan?
Sudheendra Kulkarni will respond. I personally, if you ask me, Sushil Pandit, I don't understand what is interdependence here. Maybe Mr. Kulkarni knows better. Maybe he thinks that a film festival between India and Pakistan, इससे सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. शायद सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी मानते हैं कि कोई 1-2 सेमिनार हो जाए तो फिर सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. Maybe a literature festival in Karachi perhaps will improve the relations between India and Pakistan, or maybe cheaper exports or a little bit of Indus water will improve the relationship between India and Pakistan. Mr. Kulkarni, be real. Which world are you in? Which world are you in, Mr. Kulkarni? It's only tough measures that they will respond to.
If you give me time, I'll explain to you.
Yes, we are trying to.
Okay. If you give me time, I'll explain.
Yes.
Take every tough measure that you think are appropriate for the moment, and if they stop Pakistan from the most suicidal path it has taken of exporting terrorism, then I'm all for you. I'm with you. But
that's hardly an argument.
I don't think that revoking the trade treaty or the water treaty is going to end it.
Okay.
Because some days later there will be one more terror attack. This is not the end of it. There will be more terror attacks.
Oh, so your argument is...
Therefore think of...
No, so your argument is...
That will put an end to
No, I understand. No, I understand. I'm sorry, there was a bit of confusion in between. Now I understand your position.
Once and for all.
No, I understand your position. I understand your position now, Mr. Kulkarni. Your position... I'm sorry. I had... Mr. Kulkarni, please. I understand your position. You think the viewers don't understand your position, Mr. Kulkarni? The viewers understand your position, and your position is that film festivals will help, but removing MFN will not. Your position is that seminar circuit will help, but reducing Indus waters will not. Your position is that cheaper
Arnab,
exports will help, but boycotting SAARC will not.
Go ahead.
No, what is your solution, sir? Give me one serious solution. The people watching Newshour want that solution from you. Give us one serious solution. You take a guarantee that using that solution, the terror attacks will stop. You take a guarantee tonight.
The solution is the solution to Kashmir.
All right. I can't believe that tonight. I can't believe that. A so-called, one second. You say today that you have to. Mr. Kulkarni, this is the Pakistani line. This is the Pakistani line. You are coming on an Indian channel as an Indian analyst, and you are saying that if you solve Kashmir, then terrorism will stop. So in other words, you are saying that 26/11 would not have happened had we solved Kashmir. You are saying that the Mumbai blast will not have happened had we solved Kashmir. This is outrageous, Mr. Kulkarni. I need a response from our Indian guest, Srikant Sharma. This is unbelievable. Sushil Pandit coming in first. I'm extending the debate tonight. Sushil Pandit. This is incredible. Sushil Pandit. This reveals the mindset. This reveals the mindset. Incredible tonight.
Arnab, I want to say something, please.
Solve Kashmir.
The mask has slipped.
Arnab, I insist, I want to say something.
Yeah, go on.
Look, I'll tell you what Mr. Kulkarni is proposing. He is saying that you settle Kashmir, and I know when the time for settlement comes, his advocacy will be on the Pakistani side.
I can't
believe
this.
But the Pakistani irredentism will not stop with Kashmir. The Pakistanis, even as we are speaking, the Pakistanis officially show, for example, Junagadh as a part of Pakistan. Then people like Mr. Kulkarni and others of his ilk, these peaceniks, who are mostly looked in Pakistan prem, will say we should also give Junagadh, because Junagadh also was a problem. Then the same lot of people will say, the Hyderabad Nizam had.
I don't believe this, viewers. A lot of responses coming into this one. Debate extended by 10 minutes.
This is what these people will do.
No, debate extended by 10 minutes.
This is the logic these people are peddling.
Debate, no, one second. Sushant, the phones are ringing. A lot of anger tonight at the statement made by Sudheendra Kulkarni. I'm going to have to ask him to explain what exactly he was trying to say. He has the right to have his point, but to try and link Kashmir to violence, to try and link Kashmir to terrorism is the most outrageous statement.
And he wants us to succumb to violence. He wants us to succumb to terrorism. He wants us to succumb to all this kind of Pakistani blackmail.
Sudheendra Kulkarni, aapko explain karna padega. Sudheendra Kulkarni, you explain yourself. My question is, please, I don't get it. You are saying that solution to Kashmir is a way to ending terrorism from Pakistan. You said that. You want to change your statement. Maybe it was a slip of the tongue.
I'm not saying. Please listen to me. It will be a big step forward in ending tension between India and Pakistan, and therefore also reducing.
Why should India want to
Srikant Sharma, Sushat Sareen. Again, second time. He says second time.
We have recognized.
Why should only India be looking for peace? Why shouldn't Pakistan want peace?
India has recognized in the Simla Pact and in so many declarations.
Oh God, where does this guy come from?
Kashmir is an unresolved issue.
I'd like at this point, I'd like Srikant Sharma to come in. Srikant Sharma, please, and Sudheendra Kulkarni.
Why shouldn't Pakistan look for a solution?
Srikant Sharma versus Sudheendra Kulkarni. Only at this point, debate extended by 10 minutes on that controversial remark by Sudheendra Kulkarni. I have constantly maintained that no Indian can link here Kashmir to terrorism. To do so is to provide a justification for terrorism. It is the kind of justification that Hafiz Saeed would like, but the kind of justification which cannot get any lopsided rationale, explanation. Mumbai 26/11 train attacks. Are you telling me today, Sudheendra Kulkarni? I mean, I really am having to pinch myself to believe the kind of argument that is being presented tonight, because you are saying that had Kashmir been solved, IC-814 hijack would not have happened. Had Kashmir been solved, Red Fort attack in Delhi by the Lashkar-e-Toiba would not have happened. You are saying that had Kashmir been solved, the bombing at the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly in 2001 would not have happened. You are saying had Kashmir been solved, the Mumbai bombings of 2003 that killed 52 people would not have happened. You are saying had Kashmir been solved, the attacks on the Indian Parliament would not have happened. You are saying that Kashmir being solved, the 26/11 attacks in 2008 would not have happened, or the Pathankot, Gurdaspur, Uri attacks would not have happened. Mr. Kulkarni, please know the Lakshman Rekha of your own positions tonight. अच्छा हुआ कि आपने बोला ताकि इस पर सीधी डिबेट हो जाए आज. Srikant Sharma is responding. Srikant Sharma, please. Srikant Sharma, please, responding. Sudheendra Kulkarni.
मिस्टर गोस्वामी, जो कुलकर्णी साहब का जो अप्रोच है, मैं उसको कंडेम करता हूं, और मैं ये भी उनको रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं कि कुलकर्णी जी, आप इस अप्रोच को लेकर चल रहे हैं. आपने पाकिस्तान को नज़दीक से देखा है, आप पाकिस्तान के बहुत बड़े समर्थक भी रहे हैं, आप पीस की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आपने ये नहीं कभी सोचने की कोशिश की कि पाकिस्तान लगातार आतंकवाद को एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है. लगातार पाकिस्तान हमारे 24,000 जो जवान हैं वो शहीद हो चुके हैं. आपको नहीं लगता कि जिस पाकिस्तान ने बलूच के अंदर हमला किया, क्योंकि बलूच आज़ाद था और अंग्रेजों के जाने के बाद बलूचिस्तान के अंदर 8 महीने के बाद वहां की फौज ने कब्जा किया और वहां के सदन ने पूरी तरह से उसको गैर वाजिब माना, उसको कभी स्वीकार नहीं किया. आज आप जैसे लोगों की सोच के जो लोग हैं इस देश के अंदर, उनको बलूचिस्तान जरूर जाना चाहिए. ये जो बलूच के लोग हैं जो बाहर दूसरे मुल्कों में रह रहे हैं, उनके साथ आपको जरूर बात करनी चाहिए कि पाकिस्तान के दो चेहरे हैं. एक चेहरा यह है कि पाकिस्तान लगातार भारत के अंदरूनी मसलों में दखल दे रहा है, पाकिस्तान लगातार छद्म युद्ध हमसे लड़ रहा है, और दूसरा चेहरा यह है कि बलूचिस्तान के अंदर पाकिस्तान की फौज, वहां की एयरफोर्स कितनी बर्बरता कर रही है, वहां मानव अधिकारों का उल्लंघन हो रहा है. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं सर आपसे और आपके जो समर्थक इस देश में हैं, वैसे तो है नहीं, इस अप्रोच के लोग अब धीरे धीरे अपनी अप्रोच को बदल रहे हैं, और आप जैसे लोगों को भी ईश्वर सद्बुद्धि देगा कि इस डिस्कशन के बाद आप भी अपनी अप्रोच में तब्दीली लेकर आएंगे इस देश के लिए, इस मुल्क के लिए, इस देश के तिरंगे के लिए. आज आपको एकजुट होना है, आज आपको एक आवाज में बोलना है. पाकिस्तान कुछ एक्सपोर्ट नहीं करता, आतंकवाद के अलावा पाकिस्तान के पास और कुछ एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए नहीं है. आज भी अगर आपकी आंखें नहीं खुल रही हैं, तो वो समय हम नहीं आने देंगे कि आपकी आंखें खुले. इसलिए आज सतर्क
सुधींद्र कुलकर्णी, लास्ट रिस्पांस.
अपने आप को बदलिए, अपनी सोच को बदलिए कि पाकिस्तान एक आतंकवादी स्टेट है. उसके सामने गिड़गिड़ाने से कुछ नहीं होगा, उसके सामने विकास की बात नहीं चलेगी, उसके सामने ट्रेड नहीं चलेगा, उसके सामने उसी की भाषा में जवाब दिया जाना चाहिए. और उसके लिए आज एकजुट होने की जरूरत है. कुलकर्णी साहब, रात को सोचना कि इस मुल्क ने आपको क्या दिया है, और आज जिस मुल्क के लिए आपका दिल धड़क रहा है, आप अकेले नहीं है, कुछ और भी लोग हैं आपके साथ. आपका दिल भारत के लिए धड़कना चाहिए, न कि पाकिस्तान के लिए जो लगातार हम पर हमले कर रहा है. सोचिए, रात को सोते समय सोचना, दरवाजा बंद करना, लाइट बंद करना. क्या आज जरूरत नहीं है आपको तिरंगे के साथ खड़े होने की? क्या जरूरत नहीं है आज आपको अपनी फौज के साथ खड़े होने की? आपके वैचारिक मतभेद हो सकते हैं
लास्ट रिस्पांस.
इस देश की फौज के साथ, इस देश की जनता के साथ, इस देश के तिरंगे के साथ आज हर भारतीय को खड़ा होने की जरूरत है. और पाकिस्तान को दुनिया के अंदर आतंकवादी राज्य घोषित करने के लिए
Saba is responding.
और जो
Saba is responding. Saba कह रहे कुछ. Saba, yes, Saba.
First of all, the presumption, Arnab, I find it very offensive that a nukkad speech, you allow this uninterrupted speech as if somebody's patriotism.
What do you mean by nukkad speech? I'm sorry. What do you mean by nukkad speech? What is, because he speaks in Hindi? Because I'm sorry, Saba, please throw away that elitism. Because Srikant Sharma is speaking in Hindi, you call it a nukkad speech? नहीं, वो हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए आपने कहा nukkad speech है. अंग्रेजी में बोलते कुछ और कहते हैं आप. I don't understand this logic. Please don't do this.
You and Mr. Srikant Sharma, what is this nonsense? You think you can define patriotism? I'm going to hear lectures about the Indian flag. My family has fought in the freedom movement. We don't need to hear lectures.
अर्नब, ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है.
Neither does
सवा नकवी का ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है. फ्रस्ट्रेशन जब किसी के चेहरे से नकाब उतरता है तो ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन सामने आता है. सवा, दिस इज योर फ्रस्ट्रेशन. आज आप जैसे लोगों के चेहरे से नकाब उतर रहा है.
बिल्कुल,
ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है आपका. जिस तरह की शब्दावली आप यूज कर रही हैं, जिस तरह के शब्दों का आप उपयोग कर रही हैं, सभा, ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन है आपका. आपने बहुत वकालत कर ली पाकिस्तान की, अब देश की, भारत की वकालत करो, देश के तिरंगे की वकालत करो. जिस देश में हम लोग रहते हैं उसकी वकालत हमको करनी चाहिए.
लंबा भाषण
समय मिल रहा है. समय तो आपको बहुत दिया.
You are going to give me lectures?
70 साल से आपको ही समय मिला इस देश में.
अरे आप लोग जाके यहाँ इधर गांधी वांधी बोलते हैं, आप मुझे लेक्चर देंगे नेशनलिज्म के बारे में? आपका नेशनलिज्म, डिविजन नेशनलिज्म.
सबा जाओ, बलूच में जाओ, वहां जाके स्टोरी करना।
अरे छोड़िए,
बलूचिस्तान के अंदर जाओ, वहां जाके स्टोरी करना।
बलूचिस्तान
मेरा काम नहीं आपको लेक्चर देना। आप जैसे लोगों को मेरा काम नहीं, मैं समय नहीं बर्बाद करना चाहता आप जैसे लोगों के साथ बातचीत करके।
अरे अरे अरे
मैं टाइम्स नाउ के माध्यम से इस देश के लोगों से बात कर रहा हूं।
मत बताइए मैं कहां जाऊं।
आपका स्तर नहीं है कि मैं आपसे बात करूं। आपका स्तर नहीं है कि मैं आपसे बात करूं।
मैं भी कर रही हूं।
मैं टाइम्स नाउ के माध्यम से देश के लोगों से बात कर रहा हूं।
मत करिए। आप कौन है मुझे बताने वाले? मैं कहां जाऊं?
शब्दावली ठीक करिए।
मैं आप कौन है
शब्दावली
मुझे
ठीक
बताने
करिए।
वाले? मैं कहां जाऊं? आप
शब्दावली ठीक करिए। मेरा काम नहीं है मैं आपके साथ बहस करूं।
But Saba, 1 minute. Saba, 1 minute. Saba, listen. Saba, 1 minute. Saba, no, 1 second, Saba. Saba, listen. The problem is, Saba, the problem is you can have your own opinion, but you have no business saying because somebody is speaking in Hindi, so you call it a nukkad speech. The people of India are listening tonight to this form of Latvian elitism.
I'm sorry,
This Latvian elitism. Now, this is Latvian elitism. Koi Hindi mein bole to Latvian elite will call it a nukkad speech. I mean, this is too much. Now the question is on the issue. Why don't you address the issue? Why don't you address the issue, Saba? What is the issue, Saba? The issue is whether you agree with Sudheendra Kulkarni when he says do you agree with Sudheendra Kulkarni when he says do you agree with Sudheendra Kulkarni when he says he's responding to Sudheendra Kulkarni? Do you agree, Saba, with Sudheendra Kulkarni when he says that if you want terrorism from Pakistan to stop, then you must solve Kashmir? Do you agree with him or do you disagree with him? Let us be clear on the points tonight.
No,
you be clear with me on that, Saba.
I do not.
Yes, then talk about why you don't. Don't try and divert attention by calling somebody else's comments a nukkad speech.
Does not want peace in Kashmir.
No, yes. So tell. Why don't you tell Sudheendra Kulkarni is wrong? Then in that case, Saba, I want to ask you. I'm so sorry. I'll have to interrupt you right there at this point. I want to ask you, and I know that you know that I have done programs enough to know. Sometimes, Saba, please wait a while. I am also have some experience here. I have done programs enough to know that when there is a tricky subject or a tricky point for someone, want to distract attention from it. The issue really tonight is, and I extended the debate when Sudheendra Kulkarni said, you want to stop terrorism, you must solve Kashmir. So that was a very, I'm sorry, Saba, don't interrupt me again. People will notice that you're trying to do that. That was the point. That was no, you are not. You have to listen. You have to listen completely. Saba, you have to listen completely. I'm sorry, you will have to listen to me tonight. You have to listen to me completing my point and don't interrupt me. I listened to you for the last 5 minutes.
But
we were on a very sorry, Saba. You must stop interrupting me now. It is no. 1 second, Saba. You listen to my question. You listen to my question. You listen to my question here tonight, Saba. We were on a very factual point tonight, Saba. We were on a very factual point tonight. And the factual point was Sudheendra Kulkarni saying, Sudheendra Kulkarni, 1 minute, Saba. Sudheendra Kulkarni made an outrageous comment during the program. Sudheendra Kulkarni made an outrageous comment when he says, you want terrorism to stop, you must solve Kashmir. I thought you would respond to Sudheendra Kulkarni, but you chose not to, because for you to describe someone else's response as a nukkad speech was a good diversionary tactic from the real issue. Now I will not allow you to divert, Saba. You tell Sudheendra Kulkarni he is wrong.
Okay, so
is he right or wrong when he says you want to stop violence? People of this country will be outraged at that logic. People of this country will find that logic unacceptable, that you say you want terrorism to stop from Pakistan. You want terrorism to stop from Pakistan. Then the only way for you to stop terrorism from coming from Pakistan is to solve Kashmir. That defeats the purpose. It questions India's sovereignty. It justifies violence. And that is a reaction which can be given no kind of logical response. I thought, Saba, you would have responded to that very, very strongly. But instead of that, you tried to do a diversionary tactic by calling someone else's response a nukkad speech. Respond to Sudheendra Kulkarni tonight. I insist you respond. I insist you respond to Sudheendra Kulkarni tonight.
I am.
Please do. Because trying to divert attention is not going to work. Thank you.
I am waiting with bated breath to respond. Sudheendra, now allow me.
Sudheendra Kulkarni on the left.
I do not agree with you that Pakistan at all wants to solve the Kashmir. Pakistan has an interest in keeping Kashmir volatile and alive. So I don't agree that engaging with Pakistan is going to help us solve Kashmir.
That's not what he said. What did he say? What did he say? I'm sorry, that's not what he said.
Having said that,
you didn't hear him? You didn't hear him at all? I'll repeat what he said. He said that if the real solution to stopping terrorism from Pakistan is to solve Kashmir. That is the argument I've heard from Rawalpindi and Islamabad. But even now you're not addressing that issue. Why? Are you not hearing him? Did you not hear me make that point thrice? Take a position tonight.
I disagree with him.
No, why do you disagree with him on terrorism, on the issue he raised?
I am taking a position.
No, you are not even coming to that position. Address the issue. No, people across India, people are discussing that right now, Saba.
I have my own views.
No, what is your view?
Can you or not?
Yeah, so fine. So tell me your views. Do you agree? No, Sudheendra Kulkarni says you want to. Sudheendra Kulkarni says solve Kashmir and the problem of terrorism will stop. He draws a binary link between the two. I thought you would jump and say I completely disagree with that. But you chose to look the other way. Why did you?
I don't agree with him. I don't. You're not allowing me to finish.
But I'm trying to force that reaction on. Why didn't you?
I disagree with him. I think Pakistan, the very existence of Pakistan is linked to Kashmir. They are not going to give up. They like to stoke trouble in Kashmir. So I disagree with Sudheendra. I think they've made it very, very difficult for us to. They have stoked trouble in Kashmir. So I disagree with Sudheendra. Arnab, if you're allowed to say
trouble is a very soft phrase.
I'm saying that.
Stoked trouble.
But I think I think to give Sudheendra lectures on patriotism, I object to that.
I'm sorry, if you want to indulge in hyperbole, Saba, 1 minute, Saba, listen. Saba, what problem is, Saba, you are unable to deal with a factual situation. Now you heard me, now listen to me, because I'll tell you what. You are going to have to listen and understand why you are being questioned tonight. Please understand this. You see, Saba, what am I doing here? And please just be quiet for a while. This is an inflection point in the way we are looking at this whole subject. The moment someone presents counter facts to you, the moment someone presents historical facts to you, and I can today reason with you out on the basis of historical fact, history, etc. I can tell you that when the United States imposed an embargo on 1960, banning 2/3 of American imports from Cuba, that was a diplomatic strategy short of war. I can tell you that in May, the US and the UK threatened sanctions against Russia over its actions in Ukraine, right? I can tell you about how members of the European Parliament contemplated sanctions over Pakistan over its human rights violations in Balochistan. We can talk on fact. You will not answer on fact. On the other hand, you will say, if someone counters you on fact, you'll say, are you the patriot? Am I not patriotic? That kind of silly binary argument is presented when we are having a serious discussion. Why is it? Why is it that I find today? Why is it that I find today that people? No. Why is it that I find today that you are not willing to engage in a serious, constructive, solid debate on facts instead of saying, "Am I not a patriot? Are you a less patriot? I am as good a patriot. I don't need to prove my patriotism." We are not discussing patriotism here. We are talking about a specific instance of how to deal with Pakistan. Why do you want to reduce it to a shallow binary debate? Why do you want to reduce it to a shallow binary debate? I want to know why. Why all people who I call peaceniks want to reduce this to a shallow binary debate? Why? How do you? Are you afraid of facts? Are you afraid of facts?
What is so profound?
What is so profound? Then here's a question. It's not profound at all. You are saying no. It's not profound at all. But what I'm asking you is that if the European Union could contemplate extending sanctions against Syria over accusations of state brutality there, then why should India hesitate to take punitive action against a country sponsoring proxy war against India? Simple. You didn't get the question?
What is the punitive action you have in mind, Arnab?
I just mentioned it. What have we been debating for the last?
I think what have we MFN is excellent.
Listen, hello. Not what I have in mind. MFN. A squeeze on the Indus waters.
Explore.
A squeeze on the Indus waters.
SAARC. I've said all this.
Yes.
I've said all of this.
Point is, Saba, film festival, seminars, literary festival, cheaper imports and more water from India are not going to solve the problem with Pakistan. Sushant is smiling tonight because, when I'm going on fact, I'm not finding a response. I'd say everyone on the other side, those who I call peaceniks, only response is, are we not patriots? I mean, are we going to have that kind of silly argument?
To respond.
Is this a debate on patriotism and how to deal with Pakistan?
No.
I'm really sorry, but I'm finding the response from the other side quite shallow.
In fact, let me tell you very bluntly, Arnab, this is not the first time. I am finding your management of Mr. Srikant Sharma has made a directly communal allusion to me, and he has done this before because of my. He has done
Communal.
that, and you have allowed that to
Communal.
happen.
What
You
was
have
the communal
allowed
one?
this kind of targeting of someone to happen.
I think
on
now
your
you're bringing the
That's
religion
it.
angle into this. I don't understand
Oh,
where it
come
came
on, what do
from.
you think he's
We're
saying?
having
Go
a
to
discussion on
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Do you think?
Where did the religion
Do you
angle come
think-
into this?
I
Sushat?
never bring my religion.
I'm so
into
sorry.
this.
Sabah.
Do you think he would say that to others?
Sabah,
Do you
Srikant
think
was
he would be saying
responding.
that to others?
Sabah,
Are you in
Srikant
any
was
doubt?
responding. Sorry, Sabah,
You know?
you are again wrong because Srikant was responding to Sudheendra Kulkarni. I don't know what you are talking. Where were you in the picture? Where were you in the picture? Where is the communal angle? He was responding to Sudheendra Kulkarni.
No, then he said no.
No, I don't.
After that, he said people like Saba should cross the Wagah border. He is no better than a social media troll. He is no better than a
Sabah,
social media
I get it.
troll.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't
Saba
get it.
Naqvi,
I don't get
आपके
it.
बारे में इतना मैंने सुना था कि आप
Let's-
बीजेपी
I'll
से
go
हेट
through- go
करती
through the
हो,
whole thing.
लेकिन मैंने ये नहीं सुना कि आप इस देश के तिरंगे से भी हेट करती हो और आप सफेद झूठ बोल रही हो टीवी के ऊपर। व्हाइट लाई,
There you
सफेद
go.
झूठ। अर्नब इनका मेरे स्पीच को बताओ, जब मैं आपसे बोल रहा था तब देखो कि सभा को मैंने कहा कि आप बॉर्डर के उस पार चले जाओ।
आपने नहीं कहा कि मैं वो
सभा, आपके चेहरे से नकाब उतरा है।
आपने कहा
आप एक्सपोज हुई हो
आपने
आज
नहीं कहा।
No, no, Sabah.
कि आप बीजेपी से हेट करती हो, ठीक है, मैं एग्री करूंगा, लेकिन
सभा-
इस देश से हेट मत करो।
Sabah, he was
देश के
saying.
तिरंगे से हेट
No, no, no.
मत
I'm
करो।
sorry. No, no. Watch it. Watch it.
और
Watch
आज
it.
आप एक्सपोज हुई हो।
No, just one minute. I'll rewind the tape. Sabah, this is Sabah. One second. He was saying, he said, go to Baluchistan and report, which is an allusion to go and find out the reality in Baluchistan.
चीज होती है।
He said, go to Baluchistan. In other words, he's telling you, see the reality of Pakistan is doing in
मैं
Baluchistan.
किसी को नहीं करती हूँ।
What is the communal angle here? You are deliberately trying to bring a communal angle here. We are discussing Pakistan. I don't understand this communal angle argument at all.
छोट बहुत छोटी चीजें होती हैं। मैं किसी को नहीं हेट करती हूँ।
Right.
There is no argument.
So
सभा
हेट तो
सुनने
किसी को नहीं
का
करते,
थोड़ा
श्रीकांत।
पेशेंस रखो। सभा नकवी,
आप
सुनने
करते
की
होंगे
थोड़ी
हेट,
सुनने
मैं
का
When you
पेशेंस
said
रखो।
you
मैंने
anyway.
ये बोला कि आप
object
जैसे
करती हूँ जब आप
पत्रकारों
किसी को
को
profile
आप जैसे
करते हैं।
पत्रकारों को
चाहे मुझे करें,
पाकिस्तान की
चाहे
असलियत जानने
सुधींद्र
के
को
लिए
करें।
बलूचिस्तान के
अरे
अंदर
आप
जाना
जैसे
चाहिए या दुनिया के अंदर जो बलूच के लोग हैं उनसे जाकर मिलना चाहिए, तो अब आपको पाकिस्तान का नजरिया आपके समझ में आएगा। मैंने इतना कहा, मैंने ये नहीं कहा कि आप बॉर्डर पार करके चले जाओ। आप मेरे मुंह के अंदर अपने शब्दों को मत डालो। वैसे तो आप अपने आप को एलीट कहते हो और जब आप फंसते हो तो अपने आप को धर्म का आप चोला पहन लेते हो। ये आपकी प्रॉब्लम है
कहा मैंने
और आपके जैसे लोगों की प्रॉब्लम की वजह से ही पाकिस्तान अब तक हमारे लोगों पर हमले करता रहा है, लेकिन अब पाकिस्तान को कोई मौका नहीं दिया जाएगा। पाकिस्तान को हम आइसोलेट करेंगे, पाकिस्तान को
सुधींद्र
दुनिया के अंदर
कुलकर्णी
एक्सपोज करेंगे। और मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं, आज भी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि इस देश की एकता के लिए,
सुधींद्र
national
कुलकर्णी,
security के लिए
सुधींद्र
आज हमको
कुलकर्णी,
एक आवाज में बोलने की जरूरत है।
Sudheendra Kulkarni, last question is going to you, and Sushant will respond, then we close this debate. First of all, I just want to make one point tonight, that I think it's great that we have called off SAARC. I think SAARC should be called off because it helps isolate Pakistan further. And I think this is the beginning of a great campaign of mobilization against Pakistan on an international scale. Right? It lends credibility to our actions regarding the Indus Waters Treaty and revoking MFN, considering it. This is moving in the right direction. Sudheendra Kulkarni, you said today, and I completely disagreed with you, though I am of the view today that people who disagree with me, the greatest, have a right to have their view. You want to reconsider your statement where you said that to stop terrorism from Pakistan, we must solve the Kashmir problem. You want to correct yourself, say you were wrong, that you thought your statement wrong. Here's a one opportunity for you
my
to do
statement, but I certainly will say, no, you distorted my statement by saying that solving the Kashmir problem would put an end to terrorism. That's not what I'm saying. But it will go a long way in reducing terrorism and religious extremism
Please tell me
in Pakistan and of course in the subcontinent
Tell me
as a
how.
whole.
Tell me how.
Because this is a problem. Kashmir is a problem that we are having with since 1947. The Shimla Pact between India and Pakistan recognizes that a final solution to Kashmir is yet to be found.
I don't believe it, but you can continue
All
saying
the joint statements between India and Pakistan also recognize.
I don't believe this.
Also recognize that Kashmir has to be resolved. So therefore, if we want to be blind in thinking that there is no problem as far as Kashmir is concerned, then you are deluding yourself.
Right. And are you deluding yourself into believing, Mr. Sudheendra Kulkarni, that Hafiz Saeed, Hafiz Saeed's line is very different from yours? Or that the Pakistan government's line is very different from yours? Because they also essentially say, you want to solve the problem.
My point, line
Mr.
is
Kulkarni, now please, Mr. Kulkarni.
Because he is a terrorist.
Mr. Kulkarni,
he is an enemy of humanity.
Mr. Kulkarni, listen, don't get hyperbolic. All I'm saying is the Pakistan government says exactly that. You want to solve the problem of terrorism, solve the problem of Kashmir. That's what the Pakistan government says. It's blackmail. You're justifying their blackmail.
Right from the United Nations.
You are justifying Pakistani blackmail.
To our own prime ministers. We have recognized that Kashmir is a problem.
Sushat Sareen, last statement, I gave you the opportunity to respond, so I disagree with you. Sushat Sareen. Sushat Sareen, then we are closing this.
I think as it is born, I think as it is born, Mr. Kulkarni is misrepresenting successive prime ministers. The Indian position has been very clear that the only issue in Kashmir is that a large part of the state is under illegal occupation of Pakistan, and we need to solve it and we need to get it back. We don't want to fight a war over it. So to the extent we can negotiate with Pakistan to vacate Pakistan's illegal occupation, we are willing to do that. That is the only problem as far as India is concerned. Now, if Mr. Kulkarni does not know this, then I don't know what he was doing in the Prime Minister's office and what kind of advice he was giving to the Prime Ministers or one of the persons who had aspired to be Prime Minister, whose career incidentally he ruined. The second thing I want to say is that what is this about peaceniks? That everything is India's onus. India must solve. Why not Pakistan solve? If India wants peace and India needs to make peace with Pakistan, why should Pakistan want peace with India? Why does it only have to be India to do it? Why not Pakistan? Why not Pakistan be put to the same standards
30 seconds
which
left.
all other countries have to be put? And finally, I want to say, I think it's an excellent decision. Today is the end of ambiguity by the government by saying that they will not go to SAARC. I think it's an excellent decision. But this now needs to be followed up, because SAARC, as long as Pakistan is even a member of SAARC, is a redundant and a moribund organization. We need to redo SAARC, throw out Pakistan, make with whichever country is willing to come on board, have something similar as the current SAARC, and go ahead and completely isolate Pakistan in the region. I think that we should be the next step.
And in conclusion, I will only say here that just because someone speaks in Hindi does not make it a Nukkad speech, just as someone speaks in Oxford English does not make it a holy sermon. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.